Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Previously, I have explained in my last video that how to get rid of inauthentic suspension on your Amazon store, like supply chain verification. Today we are going to talk about inauthentic item suspension, like you get a violation, brand inauthentic violation, customer complaints like that. So basically, what is inauthentic item suspension? Normally, inauthentic item suspension is similar to like inauthentic suspension on your store. It does not always mean that you are selling counterfeit products. It most of the time it means that your supply chain does not match of what you are selling, like the number of quantities, like the supplier is not authorized to resell, something like that. So if your account hit with an inauthentic suspension, so you don't need to worry about anything. You all what you need to do is just keep calm and gather all the details. Sometimes sellers panic and they appeal wrong. Why they appeal wrong? Because they do not have required documentation. They bought it randomly somewhere. So Amazon only wants proof your items are genuine. If you're able to provide that, you're good to go, and your item will get reinstated very soon. I have very real examples as well. So I'll show you those examples while moving ahead in our video. Okay. So basically, why Amazon sends you the violation? There are different type of issues. Customer complaint, flagged supplier, missing invoice details, high defect rate, wrong ASIN mapping, and then how customer complaint happen. For example, you bought somewhere, bought products from somewhere, but those products came as copies of original, very common in perfume category. So when you have not checked it because you're using a 3PL and the products are going into 3PL, they took pictures, but you are unable to identify using pictures that either those are authentic or those are inauthentic. So when customer receives that product, he opens a claim with Amazon stating you have sent him a copy. So this is not your fault, but your fault was before that you started purchasing from that supplier. You did not make a quality check. You did not talk to him. You did not ask any documentation, and you just randomly bought it based on the price. This is very common from last 2 years, and many sellers are getting suspended each day. So some suppliers, as I already said, this give you some random invoices, some barcode invoices, some Zuhu invoices, random ones. So those are not accepted by Amazon at all. And now some invoices have missing details. For example, there is bill to, but there is no ship to. Sometimes there is ship to, there is no bill to. Like nowadays, if you buy from Target, a retail store for brand and rating, you will get such kind of invoices where there is one thing which is missing and one thing is there because they do not want you to buy from them and they resell on Amazon. Okay, and the third thing is high defect rate, meaning that there are a lot of returns coming for the product. So Amazon came in to check your supply chain. So this happens like several times a year. This happens once. It depends on how Amazon wants. Normally they do not make a check, but sometimes when a complaint raises, then they came back and they make a check on you. There are some brands on which Amazon knows that they do not give you any documentation like letter of authorization. There's a brand name FOTE. I cannot give you the full name, but there is a brand which says FOTE. Maybe some people know. So for that brand, Amazon clearly knows that that brand only provides you an invoice. They do not provide you a letter of authorization. They clearly say that they have never done this before and they will not do it for any of their customers or clients. For those kind of brands, Amazon 100% make a supply chain check, and if you provide a LOA with your documents, then you are done. Meaning your store will get indefinite suspension, right? Your item will get indefinite suspension because Amazon knows very well that LOA is not the part of that brand. For those kind of brand, you only need to provide an invoice and you only need to provide uh, them what? Yeah, you only provide them transaction record invoice. So what are the required documentations which is needed? We need an invoice within 180 days. Verified supplier info, like supplier should have a GMB profile. If the supplier is real, it should be located on Google Maps. Their facilities available and open to everyone, so people can see them. They should have a website. So these kind of things for supplier. Then proof of business, like your proof of business, the business which you're doing, like article of organization, like that. And POA, for item suspension you need to provide a POA. Yeah, I know that they will ask you that only attach invoice, and like they have a laid template. But with that invoice, you also attach a document called POA, and explain that how did you bought the product, explain why this violation arise, explain how will you prevent this in future. So what people do, why people get stuck? People do what? People just copy paste data from previous appeals, searching on Google, sometimes Chat GPT. They just copy those proposals or templates like similar ones, and then keep blaming Amazon that this happened because of them. They mixed the inventory, they have shipped the wrong item, they shipped the copy, blah blah blah. Or they just keep begging, okay, so please reinstate our store, please this, please that. And random long explanations, paragraphs, and whatsoever, like policy paragraphs. So those kind of appeals are never accepted by Amazon. They only need very direct, accurate, standard response, and structured one, where you know what you did, you have proof, like you did correct, and then if you did wrong, then you know how to make it correct. So they only need these kind of very simple explanations. So perfect POA, like what does it include? It includes invoice did not meet Amazon documentation requirements. Root cause, like that was the root cause, or the root cause could be supplier information is not correct, or the supplier was not authorized to resell. Then what you have did, you have verified, you have now started verifying the supplier by the methods: collected compliant invoice, updated supply chain docs. Like for example, if you bought $1,000 inventory, then you took an invoice with same $1,000 before you make the payment. You verify supplier, like similar way you took a supplier, you check a Trustpilot, you check on Scam Advisor, you check on Google Maps, and then you make a check on like their reviews. You check their number, you call them, you check their products, or you also need to send emails to some brands which those suppliers or those distributors are trying to sell, to make sure that they are selling authentic stuff. So these are the way by which you can verify a supplier. Then what you did to, like, which this will not happen again, you started working only with verified suppliers, you started doing monthly orders, you started doing keeping copies of all the invoices, and you started checking ASIN mapping accuracy. So now I'll show you some examples, where we reinstated the stores and where we reinstated items, like from my real stores. It's not something I copied from somewhere. So you can see here, if you can see, this is the notification. See, your account is currently under review in accordance with section 3 of business agreement. So here is the AC on which this happens, and that is from that same brand FOTE. So we were having invoice because of we were purchasing directly from the brand. We submitted it and we got the ASIN reinstated and an account reinstated within the same day. Let me show you, 1 second. Oh, here you go. So this is the invoice, and this is the invoice value and everything. What Amazon needs is the company name on which we were selling. So we provided this invoice to Amazon, and they get us reinstated, and this invoice is reinstated successfully. So another example is here. We are selling a brand. So this is for private label people. We were selling our own brand, and but we were selling a product which is like quite common in market, which is diaper pails, and many other companies are selling it like Genible, Accord, and many others. So what happened with this ASIN is, this company, Genible and Accord, they just claimed that we are using their name, or like their product name, and selling this stuff as duplicate like inauthentic stuff on the name of their brand. So this was a very wrong attempt, and they got us suspended. Like they got us removed a lot of listings. Let me show you. Here you go. So they got us intellectual property complaints, and we were having a lot of them. We were having around 6 to 8 of them. Let me show you 1 second if you can see my screen. Okay, I'm just getting the code. Okay, you see here there are a lot of violations. So what we did, we make a very simple and generic POA. The POA which exactly explained what happened, and how did this happen. So let me read it out for you. So first we attached a copy of our brand registry, and then we attach a copy of the invoice we have, and then in the POA we straight away written that we are the brand owners. We are getting this product manufactured under our own registered brand, which is Comfico. And according to Amazon policies, we have an invoice, then we have our brand registry rights, and then we have our trademark. We attached screenshots, like we just wrote these things, a few things, and then attached screenshots. Then we attached screenshot of the product title stating that we try to update the product title to remove any information. If the brand says that we are selling their product, we just removed their name, as we have written compatible with Genival. That is allowed, but still we have removed it. And then afterwards we have confirmed with our attorney that we can sell products that are compatible with another brand item. So any brand label use is 100% permissible by the nominative fair use in Amazon policy. So we request immediate reinstatement of our ASIN and removal of the complaint from our account and dashboard. We just did this very simple thing, and then we submitted the POA. We submitted it, and we got reinstated. Here you go, the item got reinstated. Similar thing happened to another ASIN. We again did the same thing, and we got reinstated. So that was very small, straight, and simple. If you need help in that, like you want me to give you some POAs or some prepaid templates by which you can appeal ASINs, then you can say it in comment section, and I can provide you some details in the description box, or I can reply to those comments, because I'm not a YouTuber. So I just making this content to help sellers to stay long. I'm doing this, like I'm in this field from 14 years and running an agency with over like 50 plus Amazon accounts running, both private label and wholesale. So based on my experiences, real experiences from clients, I'm making this video just to help you guys to work out the issues and like get rid of suspensions and keep your business growing long in Amazon. In Amazon, you can say website. So please subscribe my channel for more seller tutorials. Okay, and we also provide some reinstatement help that is written at the end of this video, and you can check that. My email is also written, so you can contact in case of any issues. Have a good day. Thank you so much, and we'll meet in our next video.